Greetings, fellow explorers. Buckle up as we're about to embark on a mesmerizing journey back in time, 66 million years ago, to the Cretaceous period. Picture this: a world vastly different from ours, teeming with extraordinary creatures and landscapes that would seem alien to us today. The Cretaceous period, the last chapter of the Mesozoic era, was a time of great transformation. The Earth was undergoing a colossal makeover, sculpting the world as we know it today. The once unified landmass of Pangaea was fracturing, creating new continents and oceans. This breakup of the supercontinent altered global weather patterns, leading to diverse environments that spanned from the polar regions to the equator. Imagine standing on the shores of a vast inland sea, stretching farther than the eye can see. These seas, a hallmark of the Cretaceous, divided continents and nurtured a rich variety of marine life. Now, shift your gaze to the lush forests that blanket the land. These verdant expanses were not dominated by the familiar trees we know today. Instead, they were filled with conifers, cycads, and the first flowering plants, which added a new splash of color to the Cretaceous canvas. But what truly set the stage were the inhabitants of this period, the towering dinosaurs. These magnificent beasts ruled the land, dominating the ecosystem with their sheer size and variety. From the mighty Tyrannosaurus rex, the king of predators, to the herbivorous Triceratops and the long-necked giants like Brachiosaurus. These creatures were the heart and soul of the Cretaceous. The world was vastly different then, a time of great change and extraordinary creatures. It was a period of new beginnings and harsh endings, a time that would forever leave its mark on our planet's history. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves just yet. We've only just begun to scratch the surface of this fascinating period. So stay with us as we delve deeper into the Cretaceous, a time that in many ways set the stage for life as we know it today. Now imagine walking among the giants of the land, the dinosaurs. The Cretaceous period was a time of incredible diversity among these prehistoric beasts, a testament to the power of evolution over millions of years. Let's start with the Tyrannosaurus rex, the undisputed king of the dinosaur world. Standing at a staggering 20 feet tall, with a length of up to 40 feet, this carnivorous titan was a sight to behold. Its massive skull, filled with sharp, serrated teeth, was designed for one thing: to rip and tear flesh. The T-Rex, as it's affectionately known, was truly the pinnacle of predatory evolution. Then we have the Triceratops, a herbivorous dinosaur that was just as impressive. With its distinct three-horned face and large frill, it was built like a tank. These dinosaurs were no pushovers. They used their horns for defense against predators and possibly for combat with each other. Triceratops were the rhinos of the Cretaceous, tough, resilient, and quite formidable. Let's not forget the long-necked giants of the Cretaceous, like the Brachiosaurus. These gentle giants were the skyscrapers of the dinosaur world, reaching lengths of up to 85 feet and standing more than 40 feet tall. They were the largest animals to ever walk the earth. With their long necks, they could reach the tops of trees, browsing on vegetation that other dinosaurs couldn't reach. The Cretaceous period was a time of incredible diversity among dinosaurs. From the terrifying predators to the gentle herbivores, each species had its own unique adaptations that allowed it to survive and thrive in the challenging environments of the time. Some were built for speed, others for strength. Some had armored plates for protection, while others had sharp claws or teeth for hunting. Each dinosaur was a marvel of nature, perfectly adapted to its niche in the ecosystem. These majestic creatures were the rulers of the land, each unique in their own way. Their reign may have ended 66 million years ago, but their legacy lives on, captivating our imaginations and fueling our desire to understand the history of life on Earth. From the land, we venture into the deep and vibrant seas. The Cretaceous oceans were a theater of life, filled with an array of marine creatures, each playing its unique role in the underwater drama. Dominating the scene were formidable predators like the Mosasaurus, a true leviathan reaching lengths of up to 50 feet. Equipped with powerful jaws and sharp teeth, this marine lizard was the undisputed ruler of its time. But the seas were not just home to predators. Among the more bizarre inhabitants were the ammonites, mysterious creatures with coiled shells and tentacles, who filtered nutrients from the water. These enigmatic beings, with their spiraled shells, are a vivid symbol of the diversity that marked the Cretaceous seas. The ecological interactions in these waters were intricate, a web of life where each creature had a role to play, a niche to fill. The seas were as teeming with life as the land, a testament to the diversity of life during this period. From the depths of the sea, we return to land and delve into the world of plants and smaller creatures. Imagine stepping into a world where towering conifers reach for the sky, ferns sprawl out in a thick carpet of green, and among this dense vegetation, a new kind of plant is taking root, the flowering plants. This is the Cretaceous period, a time when the plant kingdom was as diverse and dynamic as the dinosaur species that roamed the earth. The Cretaceous period witnessed a significant botanical revolution with the emergence of flowering plants, or angiosperms. This was a game changer, not just for the plant world, but for the entire ecosystem. These plants brought colors and fragrances into the world, attracting a variety of insects and paving the way for the evolution of new species of birds and mammals. Complementing this lush flora was a myriad of fauna, from small mammals scurrying underfoot to the immense herbivorous dinosaurs. These plant-eating giants, such as the Triceratops, had evolved to thrive in this leafy paradise. Their flat teeth were perfect for grinding up tough plant fibers, and they played a crucial role in shaping the vegetation of the Cretaceous. But it wasn't just a one-way relationship. The evolution of these herbivorous dinosaurs was deeply intertwined with the plant life around them. As they grazed and moved, they spread plant seeds far and wide, helping the plants to colonize new areas. This dynamic interplay between flora and fauna was a key driver of the rich biodiversity we see in the Cretaceous period. The co-evolution of plants and dinosaurs is a fascinating example of how interconnected life on Earth really is. Each organism, no matter how big or small, plays a part in shaping the world around it, influencing and being influenced by the other species it shares its habitat with. As we explore further, we will see how these intricate relationships between plants and animals laid the groundwork for the ecosystems we see today. But for now, let us marvel at the beauty and complexity of the Cretaceous world, where plants and animals were intricately linked, shaping the ecosystems we see today. Let us now take to the skies, where the ancestors of today's birds began their journey. During the Cretaceous, the evolutionary tale of birds takes flight. The Archaeopteryx, one of the earliest known bird species, emerges as a fascinating character in this story. With its blend of dinosaur-like and bird-like features, it serves as a spectacular example of transitional fossils. While it sported feathers and wings, it still bore teeth and a long bony tail, reminding us of its dinosaur lineage. Birds during this period were not just simple creatures. They played an instrumental role in the ecosystem as both predators and scavengers. Their ability to fly opened up new ecological niches, allowing them to exploit resources that were out of reach for other creatures. This adaptation for flight set the stage for the great diversity of bird species we see today. Birds, as we know them today, owe their existence to these early pioneers. The Cretaceous was not a static period. It was a time of dramatic changes. Indeed, the climate during this era was a theatrical play of heat and cold, of rising and falling sea levels, and of life and death on an unimaginable scale. Let's set the stage. Picture a world warmer than today, with high sea levels creating vast inland seas. As the continents drifted apart, mountain ranges rose and fell, and the planet's geography morphed. The climate followed suit. Temperature fluctuations were par for the course, with warm periods giving way to cooler intervals, only to heat up again. These changes weren't merely academic. They shaped the ecosystems, the creatures that thrived, and those that perished. Now, imagine the sea levels. They weren't constant, oh no. They were as restless as the continents. Sometimes they were high, drowning parts of the continents under warm, shallow seas. At other times, they fell, exposing land bridges that allowed creatures to migrate and colonize new lands. This ebb and flow of the seas, this dance of land and water, helped shape the biodiversity of the Cretaceous. But the Cretaceous wasn't just about life, it was also about death. The end of the Cretaceous was marked by a cataclysmic event, a mass extinction that wiped out a staggering 3/4 of all species on Earth. The mighty dinosaurs, the rulers of the land, were no exception. They were wiped off the face of the earth, leaving only birds as their living descendants. What caused this mass extinction? The evidence points to a combination of volcanic activity and a meteor impact. The Deccan Traps in India spewed out enough lava to cover an area as large as the United States. Meanwhile, a meteor the size of a city crashed into what is now the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. The resulting environmental changes were too much for many species to handle, leading to their demise. The end of the Cretaceous marked a turning point in Earth's history, setting the stage for the world we know today. It was a world without the towering dinosaurs, but a world ripe for the rise of mammals, and eventually us, humans.